G'day to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. And today I come to you from in front of the town hall, the Sydney Town Hall. And as you can see, it's Friday afternoon. People are out and about and getting ready to go home. So what I thought I'd do is just come up here and do a 5am Club whilst I've got some time. I finished off early today and I've got a bit of extra time just to have a chit chat. And what I'd like to do is stick to the theme for today, and that is female authors talking about female issues. So this book here is entitled Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. Sophia Amoruso, who writes about girl boss, and it's all about generating and leveraging the entrepreneurial spirit, and how there's more than one way to find your path in the world. So the author, Sophia, was a person who had lots of issues as a teenager, as a youth, and it took a while to find her path. And she eventually became very, very successful in the clothing industry. But her advice, and the theme of this book here, is to take the opportunity to seek out what you are good at and find a place where you can flourish. How beautiful is that? Find a place where you can flourish. And once you do, you're going to kill it. You are going to kill it. So it's all about taking your time and finding your feet first, and then once you find your feet, to then and only then identify the things that you really love, your passion, what you're good at. And once you identify what you're good at, then you just can't help but do well at it. But as the author talks about, is that you need to find an environment or an opportunity which is going to allow you to flourish, to blossom, to bloom, to grow, to express yourself and be the best version of yourself. Because it's only once we find this fulfilling place in the world where we're able to take root and expand and explode, is when we're actually adding value and being content and fulfilled and adding value. So the first formal point to come out of this book from this author is where she says that the way to greatness is not always straight. Odd jobs, unconventional experiences can be part of your way to success. So I guess the point that she's making is that there's no recipe, there are no ingredients, there's no particular way. Because each person has a different calling, everybody has a different path, everybody has a different past, a different present, and obviously a different future. So too, each of the things that happen along the way are opportunities for us to embrace them and use them as stepping stones to our future growth and development. So the author here talks about the importance of unique advantage, where she says that through unique adventures, you gain advantages, where you can learn a lot about yourself, your passions, and your strengths. So some really, really important points here. So it's all about the adventures that you have in life that you really get to explore. Not only the country that you live in, the environment, but also your inner self, as well as your social circle, your family, and all the other things that you have in your life. So be adventurous, I guess, is one of the calls to action from this author, so that you can learn through your adventures about yourself, your passions, and your strengths. And along the way, you'll also learn about your weaknesses. So we need all of these things in order to understand how to piece it all together and to make and generate the masterpiece that each person has available to them. The author then goes on to talk about the fact that sometimes the strangest situations may end up getting you closer to doing what you like and what you're good at, even if you feel that the time when you were going through these experiences was a waste of time, and it was an absolute waste. So once you do get on board and find your way, the author then says that you need to focus and spend a lot of energy. Once you've decided what your passion is, you need to know your business. You need to know your business well, and you need to focus intently on your products, services, and how you touch people. Because once you get to know your business, you need to stay focused on it. Otherwise, you may lose your way. So it's all about staying focused once you've decided what makes you tick and what you enjoy. The author here says something else which I guess a lot of my parents' generation always talked about, and that's the importance of staying hands-on and making the adjustments and being an integral part of your business. Because if you take a backward seat, then chances are that you get detached and lose connection with the staff, with the clients, and with the products. So in order to, I guess from the author's perspective, in order to be successful, you still need to stay connected. So, and the author found this, that even though she was broke most of her life, the skill that she learnt through that terrible experience, that unsavory experience, is that she found out that she was absolutely great at negotiating discounts and creating deals. So once again, experience that wasn't wasted, valuable lessons that weren't lost. So it's not only important just staying focused on your business, according to the author, but it's essential to stay focused on what makes the most difference for your business. And don't waste your time planning revenge. I guess this is such a powerful concept, a massive lesson to each and every one of us, that you're going to come across people who are going to do the wrong thing by you. You're going to come across clients, partners, friends, staff, suppliers, you name it. You're going to get ripped off. You're going to get hard done by along the way. But what the author is saying here is that don't waste your time. Don't waste a moment of your time planning revenge, planning to get back at people, because you will create pain in yourself, and of course you will create pain in them, and you'll start a vicious cycle of unproductive behaviours. So the last formal point to come out of this book is where she talks about the importance of growing your company. But in order to grow your company, you need to work for your customers and with like-minded people, and to try and stay quirky. If you're quirky, whatever is your quirkiness, write it down, identify with it, and try and keep it as part of your identity. I guess the important message here is don't change unless you have to. If it's working for you, if your quirkiness is working for you and attracts the people into your life that you want into your life, then stick with it. Don't be quick to change. Because what the author says here is another very, very powerful point. Something that I hadn't quite considered before, but I understand a little bit better now, is that people identify and sympathise with vulnerable authenticity. So if you've got something about you that is unique, uniquely you, capture it, bottle it, keep it, because people love it, love that uniqueness. And as we said here, people identify with it, people sympathize with it, and they absolutely love and connect to vulnerable authenticity. So you need to learn to be vulnerable. So taking risks, expressing yourself, being who you are, knowing that it can backfire on you, but that vulnerability is what makes it extra special. So the last couple of points that come out of this book is to know your customers, and most importantly of all, to create a community. The businesses that I love the most, the franchises, are the ones which create a community. And I guess one of the communities that I've been involved with for a long time now is the Opposize community, run by Kathy Caff and her Opposize dance fitness program. It's more than just fitness. You know, I can go to the gym and do aerobics. What Kathy's put together is something which is uniquely Greek, and it enables us Greek Australians to connect together and with our homeland, with our parents and grandparents and with our forefathers. But most importantly of all, the most beautiful thing of all, is that it is a living, thriving community. It has its ups and downs like every community has. It has people which ebb and flow, come in and go. But it has a magical element to it which keeps it alive, keeps it vibrant, and keeps it beautiful. And it's something that I absolutely love. And I can't wait to get better. I can't wait for my plantar fasciitis to be relieved. I'm currently seeing a podiatrist who's doing shock therapy treatment on it. I'm getting better, but I'm not there yet. I need to be fully fit again and comfortable before I give it a go, because I don't want to come back and get injured again quickly and be out of action for too much longer. So the big lesson is that if you're running a business, a family, a community, it's important for you to be that link that unites and connects the right people together in an environment of vulnerable authenticity, which enables us to sympathise with each other, to identify with each other, and to be one heartbeat, one breath, and one soul. So there you go. I think I'll leave it there. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club, where I come to you from the centre of the city of Sydney. It's Friday afternoon. I'll be heading home, and the weekend will be starting as soon as I get on that bus. I'll be wearing a mask, of course, because we have a couple of outbreaks of COVID-19. But I've got trust in the system, and I'm sure that Gladys and her team will get on top of this, and will prove to ourselves, to the other states and the world, that New South Wales, Sydney are absolutely world class when it comes to dealing with this pandemic. So let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable. And most importantly, let's take a couple of lessons from this 5am Club today, from this book summary called Girl Boss, and use it. Take some of the hacks out of it to enable us to live a more productive and successful life. So let's work together to get through this day, through this moment, through this week and through this weekend. And as I mentioned before, let's be the wind beneath our wings, the wave beneath our boards, the zephyr that billows our sails and flutters our flags, and the electricity that pushes us, that propels our light rail in the direction where we want to go. I look forward to catching up with you again from a different location with a different message, a message of empowerment. So thank you, and let's commit to living, learning and passing it on, and making the most of this very day, this very opportunity, and all the people that we're connected to and we love dearly. Yassas Filakya from Jim's 5am Club, and bye for now. Ciao.